Hello. Now, as a lot of you know, I like to give a very full, open, honest picture of what things are like. And so far, we've been really lucky with the weather here in the Outer Hebrides in January. However, one of the famous winter storms has now come in, and I thought we'd go for a little drive. However, just leaving my friend's place, opening the doors to open and close the gates to the house, has proved a challenge to the point that to get back in the van, I actually had to use the back door. So I've got to go and shut the gates. Wish me luck. Seriously, wish me luck. That was easy. So as you can see, it's a little bit wild out there. We're going to go to a place called Chumpin Head, which isn't very far away at all from where my friends live, just to see how windy it is up there. And then we're going to go down to what's called the Bray, which is a small spit of land that connects this part of the Isle of Lewis and Varua to the main part of Lewis, and quite often that is closed during rough weather like this. That's just the chopping board falling out the cupboard. Happens quite a lot, don't worry about that. But I just thought I'd show you that, yeah, it can get quite wild up here in the islands, and the ideal thing to do is, if you are camping, is just to is really to find a safe sheltered spot and hunker down. So you really just find a nice spot in the lee of the wind. However, we can't go too far because, having had the door open, I now can't see out of the windscreen because it's covered in spray. So I've got to go and get the tea towel and wipe that off to start with. Right, so that's lesson number one, which is, when it's like this, park into the wind so that the wind will close your doors for you. There's no, if I didn't have the side door, I couldn't have got in the door. It was as simple as that, or I'd have to go around get in the passenger side, but the wind was coming from the back of the van, so it would have been equally as bad. Oh dear. You can see that Dougal is not over keen on the rough weather, but we're going to put his coat on and we're going to go outside. As I say, we're at a place called Chumpin Head, filming in this wind might be a little bit difficult, but now we've parked into the wind, so we'll be able to open the doors okay. But yeah, it's a bit wild out there. But again, that's one of the things I love about the islands, is the fact that it is just so rugged, it's so raw, it's so real. Oh, it's not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Much. Let me grab the camera. Well, that was a bit wild, but good fun. Really good fun. Certainly makes you feel alive, if nothing else. And we didn't stay out too long because it was actually quite hard at times to even stand up. The wind is apparently, it's 50 miles an hour, gusting 70 at the moment. We're going to head down now to the Bray and see what it's like down there. You're not impressed, are you, Dougal? Come on, let's get you strapped in. So, what's the man like to drive in wind like this? Well, I'm finding 45 miles an hour is about as fast as I want to go. But the main thing is, even with the winds gusting 70 miles an hour, we're not veering from lane to lane. We're managing to stay on the correct side of the road. So that's good. That's pretty good. Right, so here we are at the Bray, which is the stretch of land between Point and the rest of Lewis. And quite often when the tide comes in and the weather's this rough, they will have to close this road and effectively cut off Point for a few hours at a time, because those waves coming over the top will be full of shingle. So yeah, but it makes a very, very dramatic scene to watch. Well, I think that is enough crazy weather for one day. I think what we do now is we go and find somewhere nice and sheltered to park. We go back to my friend's place and tea and crumpets, I think. Tea and crumpets. What else do you do in weather like this? This is more like it. This is the way to spend a rough January day on the Isle of Lewis, with a pot of tea and some toasted crumpets and your favourite topping. Anyway, that was really just to show you the other side of what it can be like on the islands in the winter, which is just to hunker down, eat nice food, drink nice tea, and read nice books. It's a tough life, but someone's got to do it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. As ever, a huge thank you to Sun Living for sponsoring these vlogs without interfering with the content. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you don't already. And it just leaves me to say, from Dougal, who's really not talking to me right now for getting him wet, and from me, thanks for tuning in.